Canadian colleges and universities, both public as well as private, have been responsible for the growth and the support of ghost consultants outside Canada. Now, this is quite contrary to what we see over social media through the marketing campaigns that are run by CICC as well as IRCC, where they try to educate common people, applicants, about who are ghost consultants, why they should not be using them, and who are actually the people who can represent their applications in front of immigration. Now, it seems like that the colleges and universities just don't care. They don't care about how these ghost consultants are actually bringing bad name to Canadian immigration, because it's all about money. All they care about is the business that these ghost consultants bring to them. Now, usually the argument by these educational institutions is that you know what, end of the day, it doesn't come under immigration. Yes, it does. What good is your letter of acceptance or offer letter if they're not going to be submitting an application to immigration? And how are they going to be submitting the application if they don't have the authority to submit the application to represent the client? I'll tell you how. They'll create the GC keys, they'll try to fudge the documents, they try to manipulate information, because their success depends upon the visa success ratio. If the visa gets approved, the colleges pay them, universities pay them, and they don't care what information they include in there. And this has been going on for years. Now, the issue came in when CBSA started conducting some investigations, and then recently over 20,000 and more suspectedly applicants or people in Canada, they received R44 reports, which eventually is going to lead to deportation, because the allegations are that they used fraudulent educational documents, they used fraudulent letter of acceptances and tuition fee receipts. Now, here's my question. It's actually quite surprising that why and how only these applicants are responsible. Who is really responsible for this mess? Isn't it the colleges and universities who chose to do business with such fraudsters? Because if you do the investigation properly, you'll also see that some of these colleges and universities actually caught their own agents doing such practices, but they let them go, because obviously they make money for them. So they did do a bit of a slap on the wrist, but that's about it. Now, they are, by they I mean these people who are outside Canada, these ghost consultants, they are not liable for their actions. They're not accountable for it. RCICs are. More importantly, RCICs they cannot compete against such people, because colleges won't simply allow RCICs to represent them in these markets, because they have such established relationships with these ghost consultants, and that's exactly the issue. And this is not going to stop. Now, my request to Minister of Immigration and Minister of Public Safety, CBSA, is to have a thorough investigation into this allegation. More importantly, come out with an amnesty program for the people who have been affected by this issue, regardless of how they got into Canada on the basis of study permit, like if they knew about to change the college or not. Because end of the day, if you do the investigation, you'll see the bigger fishes are responsible. And they are just being made victim of the whole narrative to clean the immigration system. Now, my last request is to the CBSA, that they request to them is to conduct an independent investigation into this matter. I request people who are watching this video to bring it to their attention, this video, if they can show it to their MPPs, to show it to anybody they know in their political circles, so that this thing reaches the government. Trudeau government needs to know what exactly is happening. It's been happening for years. I'll be surprised if they'll say that they had no idea this was happening. But if that's the case, well, here's the thing that it needs to. I personally think that this practice needs to stop now. We have enough RCICs from the Indian origin that they can represent such organizations in those demographics. So allow them rather than relying on ghost consultants who are not accountable for their actions.